I'm here with Don Peebles and Samuel Dean. We just left a Prince George's County event to address minority business affairs. Mr. Dean, Mr. Peebles, tell us your reflections on tonight.
Well, it was a great session. One of the things that we attempted to do was to let folks know, one, the program that we have here at Prince George's County that was developed to help minority businesses that are trying to get into business to be able to develop business plans, to be able to know how to cost out jobs, know how to do bonding. And so we wanted to get them to understand that here's a program that they should take advantage of. And we wanted Don Peebles to be here because we knew that he would attract a number of folks. Plus, given his story, would show that people could make the advances in business world based upon what they do, not based upon their circumstances. And so that's what we were shooting for, and I think we were successful at it.
Mr. Peebles, why did you agree to do this?
Well, first of all, because Chairman Dean asked me, and I know what he's done to make Prince George's County really the mecca of African American empowerment and African American entrepreneurship around the region and around the country. You know, we're here in Prince George's County, which is the most affluent majority African American community in the country. It's a place that got there through that affluence by creating economic opportunities, and so I wanted to support that effort, and I know that Chairman Dean has worked very hard to create a very solid environment for minority entrepreneurs and minority business people to have an opportunity to compete and get business opportunities, and that's what helps create job growth and upward mobility, and so I'm here to support that. And I believe that we all have to, those of us who are entrepreneurs, especially African American entrepreneurs, we have to share our story and our ideas so that other people can draw from those experiences, learn from them, and also hopefully be inspired and see that they can do it, because I'm no smarter than anybody else, and if I can do it, that means another person can as well.
However, you have managed to be more successful at business than some minorities.
You know, I actually had the great fortune of really starting my business career in 1979. So that was a time period, especially in this region and around the country, where we were post-civil rights, but now diversity was taking place in terms of the governments. Washington, D.C. got home rule in 74, elected its first government in 75. Prince George's County became more diverse, and over that time period in the 1980s, there were tremendous economic opportunities because the transition of power was more diverse. At that point, we had African American mayors or other parts in the country, and I happened to be in D.C., where we had a very progressive government at that point. So I happened to be in the right place at the right time to get my first chance. And in business, it's all about getting your first chance. It's how do you get that first opportunity? If you talk to entrepreneurs, and they all say the biggest challenge that they have is finding that access to capital and getting that first opportunity. And so what I got the benefit of is being in an environment where the government was proactively going out there to try to create environments of opportunity. And so I got an opportunity. And that's what it's all about. And so what is important, and what I learned is that it's getting that first opportunity and making something of that opportunity, and then continuing to build on that and not get complacent.
Mr. Dean, how have you provided some of those opportunities in Prince George's County?
Well, one of the things that we're doing in Prince George's County is to make sure that we do create a level playing field. We've put in legislation that requires developers who are coming in that would like to receive subsidies from this government that they have to have an equity plan in their project. So we're asking for a minimum of 20% equity for minorities. Also, we have put in place certification, because one of the concerns we had was that the current certification that most government use don't allow minorities to build the capacity to compete for major projects because of the fact that they go out and most of the certification less than $1 million. So what we've done is that we have entered into an MOU with Maryland, D.C. Supply Development Council that also perform certification for minorities, and their certification is based upon ownership. So a person can be someone like Mr. Peebles, who can still be considered an MBE when they compete here in Prince George's County.